Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Crafty Concepts with Erin. If you're new here, welcome. We're using this Candid Moments collection to create a single page scrapbook layout today. I've already cut into this pack, so I have a couple 12 by 12s and some scraps here. I'll put the video that I've done already highlighting this entire collection up in the upper right hand corner there. I also have some stickers from the sticker sheet, and I might be pulling in some of the coordinating pocket cards there. I'll go ahead and get those set aside, and then I'm going to bring in my 12 by 12 VersaMat. I like working on this. It just helps me get everything lined up and make sure all my paper layers are where they should be. These are removable glue dots, and I like to put one in just two of the opposing corners to hold my layout in place, and then those just peel right off when you're done. I love this gorgeous paper. It reminds me of a sky. I have some pictures of my son and his girlfriend, and they were kayaking at a lake we have close by. And I, just to give them a little bit of privacy, took my dog and I hiked around the lake while they were spending time kayaking and then got ice cream. So I want to use this scrap. It looks like it's about 5 inches by 12, and I thought this would be perfect, a perfect border for my photos. So the two square ones are 4 by 4, and then that one in the center is 3 by 4. I cut a couple strips of sapphire cardstock to kind of frame that in, and I decided I wanted it wider. So I have a piece of ballerina cardstock, and I'm going to layer that underneath and then place my strips on the outside edge of the ballerina. Just to give these some more character and texture, I'm going to use my edge distresser and rough up the outside edge. I do want the darker side showing, so I flip that over. Now, if I wasn't working with a scrap, I could have cut that pattern paper to be as wide as the ballerina. Now, I decided to flip it over there. You can see I went with the opposite side of the pattern paper. I wanted those fun circles. So now the ballerina contrast looks good behind that. I'm inking the edges. I print them with a white border, so I am applying ink directly to the photo paper, which takes up that ink beautifully. And this is going to help them stand out against that lighter pattern paper background. Now I'm going to bring in a whole bunch of cute pattern paper circles. Now I didn't cut these. They are die cuts from the Candid Moments workshop collection. You can see them spread across this double page layout. The workshops are awesome. You can create 3 double page layouts, or you can use all the bits and pieces. So you get extras. You get extra die cuts and extra goodies and some exclusive pattern papers that come with the workshops that you can't get any other way. So I usually get the workshops, and then me being me, I like to switch it up and create a different look. I spent several days scrapbooking with my friend Bonnie, and she created a very similar layout. And I'm like, ooh, I like that. I'm going to scrap lift that. So I have pulled this sticker from the coordinating sticker sheet, and I'm going to use this as my title. It says, "What a beautiful day," and I thought this was perfect for these outdoor photos that we spent at the lake. It was definitely a beautiful day. So along with the Candid Moment collection, you have these fun die cuts, and they look like wood. They're chipboard, but they have a wood grain finish to them. So I am going to create a cluster to balance out those circles over on the right hand side here. So I'm going to use that tag as my base and then pop this little camera. I'm just kind of eyeballing different areas, but I'm going to settle right here over the base of the tag, and I think that's going to be perfect. Now I want to repeat that wood color somewhere else on the layout. So I have this little half circle, and I thought to go along with my circle theme, that's going to be perfect to draw your eye over to the left-hand side. Now I'm going to audition a few pieces down here. There was the arrow and then the little star, but then I spotted these little chevron arrow-like pieces, and I thought I would try those. So I'm just going to line them up. Arrows are always fun to add to layouts. They can be, just really interesting elements or direct your eye where to go. You can do all sorts of things with arrows. And I like that. Do you see how that wood just kind of carries your eye? And now this yellow, I want to pull the yellow in from the other side as well. So I chose the yellow sticker, and then we're going to put a little blue heart over the top there. That sticker says "Too Cute." And I'm just kind of looking through to see if there's any other bits and pieces. And then I decided to map my photo on papaya cardstock just to pop that center photo there. I went ahead off camera and got most of my layers adhered down, but I'm going to show you, I like to use this Tombow Mono liquid glue for these tiny pieces. It goes on thin and it dries clear, and it's a very strong bond glue. So it's perfect for these little chipboard pieces and elements like this. And then I'll use the little 3D foam dots to pop up some of the embellishments, the circles, and then I'll do the camera as well and the title piece. So my son really wanted to take his girlfriend kayaking, and he only had his permit at the time, so they had to drag mom along. Oh, darn it, right? So I hauled the kayak up in the truck and dropped them off, and then decided to take my dog Flynn, and we hiked around the lake. There's a 4-mile loop, and it's a really high mountain lake, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So in the lower photo there, I snapped that picture of him or my dog and I, and of course he chose that moment to lick my face. He looks like he's biting my face, but it was a funny picture and so him, so I decided to include it onto the layout. Now I trimmed some of those circles off to not waste them, and I thought that's perfect. I'm going to carry that to the other side for continuity. And then I have this little floral piece, so I'm going to move these out of the way. And then just for some fun, I want to add a little sparkle. This is the Bluebell sequins, and I have the new pickup tool. It's like a wax pencil, and you sharpen it, and it is so handy. Really simple idea, but super handy for picking up these little bits and pieces and placing them down. And then I'll go afterwards and adhere them all with micro glue dots. I think the blue sequins is fun. It reminds me of the water, and it adds some sparkle to the layout and some texture. And it's just fun to add these little bits and pieces. I generally like to do things in odd numbers, but I'm breaking my own rules, and I'm going to end up with 6 on the left-hand side. I'm doing a large sequins and a small sequins next to each other. So it's kind of like an odd number because there's 3 little clusters of them, and then some on the right-hand side as well. I hope this gave you some inspiration and more ideas on how to use those bits and pieces from the Candid Moments collection. And thanks to my friend Bonnie for this fabulous layout idea. Everything I used in today's layout will be listed in the description box below. If you're not already a subscriber, I would love to have you join the Crafty Concepts with Erin community. So hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!